back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Got my good friend Susan Ahlstrom on. She is with a company called JP William, and she's a social media expert extraordinaire, jpwilliam.com, always bringing us the latest of what's happening in the social media front. Welcome, Susan. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. What do you got for us today?
Well, I want to talk some more about email newsletters.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I do is because our clients have had amazing success with them. They're inexpensive to do, and their customers really respond. For example, customer retention tool. What better way to remind your customers that you are there and ready to serve them than by sending an email once a month?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds the client, you're there, you're ready. I got one this morning from Volvo. And, I thought, geez, it's time to get a summer tune-up. If I hadn't gotten that email from Volvo this morning, believe me, I would not have made an appointment today for a summer tune-up.
Yeah.
So email newsletters are a great client retention tool.
So when people think of email newsletters, they almost instantly think of Constant Contact, and because, they do an incredible job of promoting themselves. But unfortunately, if you get any list of any significant size, you're paying quite a bit for that. And so obviously, you say it's affordable. Talk about some of the resources out there. I know that you have a USDailyReview.com using which company?
Yes, it's MailChimp.
MailChimp, yeah. And it gives you a lot before you spend any. But what other ones out there are providing essentially free long enough to allow you to make it viable, to make your email viable?
Yeah, well, we really do recommend MailChimp because it is free until you exceed 2,000 email addresses in your database. So for a lot of small companies, that will never happen, and it will always be free, and it's very easy to use, and they continue to make it better. That's the thing I love. They continue to make their own service better. Constant Contact, the reason everyone knows about them is that they were one of the leaders in the field. So, of course, they're the well-known name. But as you pointed out, you can rapidly rack up a lot of costs with Constant Contact. Not that they're bad, they're a great company, it just is they are very expensive, and you don't need to go that way. And then the great thing about my company, JP William, is that when we do a newsletter for a client, we do everything. There's no canned content. We create all new content. We help the client come up with special offers or deals. We find all of the images. We do everything. All the client has to do is approve the newsletter, and out it goes. Well, you know that because we do U.S. Daily Review.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Tell me about the, where people should start with this. I think a lot of people wisely don't want to start it because they know that if they do it, sporadically rather than periodically, it won't be very effective. What do they need to do before they begin doing it?
Yeah, well, basically what you really need to start is an email list. So you need to have a list of your customers or your prospects' email addresses. So we urge everyone on all companies on every piece of documentation to allow a client to sign up to receive their email communications. And, sweeten it up, as a client or customer acquisition tool, offer something special only to those readers of your newsletter. And then hire a company like mine, JP William, and we'll do all the work for you. And as always, for our Price of Business listeners, we offer a special deal, $250 a month. Normally we charge $349, but not for Price of Business listeners.
Yeah. Okay. So, and again, and it would be a monthly email. You would provide, you would give them content ideas, the whole idea. I mean, kind of give us an overview with what you provide.
Yeah, absolutely. We create everything. We create the look and feel of the newsletter to match your website or your other materials. We have an in-house design team that does that. We create all the content. We acquire all the images. The only thing we don't do is create the email database. So that's the one thing that we need from the client. And then we ask the client to approve it. It's so easy. We can get up and running in about 2 weeks. So you could have your first newsletter out next month. And don't buy canned content. You know, that became very popular, especially in the real estate field a few years ago, where a company would sell the same content to, 500 different realtors across the country. People today are very savvy. They recognize canned content when they see it. So it's new content every month just for your company is what we create.
Right. And obviously the client's going to have to at least give, you're going to say, hey, why don't we talk about this, overview what's going on in your business, what's unique. Kind of tell me what that discovery process is to help you produce that newsletter.
Yeah, so we have a very simple questionnaire, and we ask the client to fill out what are their top subject matters, what are their offers for the next 3 months, what business partners do they have that we can create a joint offer. We're doing that right now in the Washington, D.C. area very successfully for a Mother's Day offer that has local restaurants involved, a limousine company, even a massage therapy group. We can do all of this, and we increase the client's reach dramatically when we do an email newsletter for a partner giveaway like that. Mm-hmm. So we ask for a little bit of information from the client, and then we can really go from there and just ask the client to approve it or improve it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, talking again to my friend Susan Ahlstrom. She is with JP William. That's jpwilliam.com. Kind of give us an idea of some of the companies that you help, because a lot of people may be listening and going, hey, you know what? I don't see how we could do this with my company. And I think people would be surprised in terms of the type of business that could be helped. I would assume most could.
Well, I'll tell you, our clients range from jewelry to real estate and golf in Arizona to transportation to T-shirt printing to political with U.S. Daily Review. We cover a wide range. We can help virtually any company get started with an email newsletter program.
Mm-hmm. And again, how many different companies are you working with at any one time and helping us with this?
Yeah. Right now, currently, we have about 19 monthly newsletter clients, and we have the staff. We have in-house graphics. We have in-house writers. We have the staff to keep growing. So no project is too small or too big.
Very good. Susan Ahlstrom, you need to learn more about her. Her company is jpwilliam.com. Before I let you go, real quickly talk about your social media work as well.
Yes, with social media, we will, for a company, do everything. Facebook posts, Twitter posts, blogging, LinkedIn. We will take over your social media seamlessly. No one will know. It's us behind the scenes, and your company can dramatically increase its internet presence and its reach.
Very good. Give any other information you want to give besides jpwilliam.com.
Oh, just our 800 number, 800-407-8420. And always, Price of Business listeners, always get a special deal with us, no matter what the services are.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. And you're listening to The Price of Business.